Me. Okay. So those who have joined yesterday, you know that our company name is LWPLabs, which is Learn with Project Labs. So what exactly we do here, we help you all guys to create your own lab environment, okay, where we will invest some hours with you, where we will teach you some projects and by which you can get some real-time experience. Okay, so this is a advanced project-based curriculum wherein if suppose if you do not have any past experience in AWS, then you might not be uh, completely fit for this particular course. The course requires that you should know at least some AWS knowledge. If you do not have it, don't worry, you can actually join any of our L1 class, okay, wherein we will be teaching some AWS stuffs so that you can actually be familiar of all those stuffs, and then you can join back this particular session. You can even join this, and parallelly you can do that. 23rd hour session is going to start of that L1. That's just 999. Okay, it's like not even $10, $10 to $12 for that particular session, just to give basic projects on the cloud. Okay, if we wanted, so we what we so we I'll share that curriculum also with you. So coming to this particular curriculum, this curriculum um, helps you. We will try to invest. We say 22 hours. That is like the minimum we spend, but then approximately we'll be giving our time around 30 hours here, okay, where we will be teaching around 9 real-time projects with which you will get 2 years of real-time experience on Docker, Terraform, Kubernetes. But then if you have already experience in AWS or in other tools, okay, you can always increase this experience, but this is like the minimum. Okay, all these are minimum which we have mentioned here, the minimum experience you can get. So when I say experience, that means you can when you go for interview, you can actually say that I have this much of experience. Okay, it's a job ready course. So so you have to understand, this is like little bit tricky to understand. Okay, it is that this 2 years experience is the knowledge experience. Okay, when you go for an interview, you can't say I'm a trained professional. Okay, if you go and say like that, nobody will hire you. Whenever, suppose if I switched, I was an apps DBA, Oracle apps DBA. When I switched from apps DBA to DevOps in skill set, even I studied from somewhere or by my own lot of things, and then I created a lot of stories, and then I switched my company from apps DBA to DevOps. Okay, similarly, you have to do that way. Frankly speaking, this is a harsh truth that you can't say I'm a trained professional, hire me, guys. Okay, nobody will hire you. So you have to fake that experience. Okay, you can use that faking, or you can use that. Okay, you have to be worth of that experience. Okay, so when you say worth, you need to apply or implement some real time projects, and that we will help you. Okay, this is mainly for you to get job. This is a real-time job-oriented course. Okay, so wherein we will help you. Yesterday we have shown you a project diagram. Okay, which we'll be showing you again. Let us come back here. So I'm just going through the curriculum. Okay, so we will start our project with the help of the first module which will be starting in this course is Terraform. Okay, so you can understand this is advanced. We are not going to teach you like, okay, let's start with Git, then Jenkins, and then like the basics things starts. Okay, here we'll start from Terraform. Now, when you study Terraform, obviously you all know it's a it's a scripting language, right? It's a coding kind of thing. It's an infrastructure as a code. We call Terraform as an infrastructure as a code. Means like, think that if I give you one example, okay, a lot of people are new here. Those who are new, just see, okay. Better also raise your hand if you are a new guy. Please raise your hand so that I can understand how many new people are here. Okay, so those who do not have any knowledge on what is cloud, or what is this DevOps, why exactly you are here. Okay, so just raise your hand so that I'll come back to you. Okay, you need to talk to me I know yesterday a lot of people uh, raised hand and I had to talk to them. I'll give my number, guys. You just call me maybe after this session. Today I'll be able to take up calls. Okay, I know it's late night for me, but then I'll try to take up some calls wherein I can explain you and do some counseling for you all. Okay, so let's start with understanding Terraform. So what is Terraform? It's an infrastructure as a code. So you have to understand what is infrastructure first. So basically, we when we work for an IT company, obviously we are managing some application. Okay, so what is IT basically? So any company that can be suppose FedEx, my company LWPLabs, or think like any company. Okay, you think about HDFC Bank in India. Think about Bank of America. Okay, anything, they will have their own web application or desktop application or mobile application. So they have some application. Okay, and that is nothing but for them, for those companies, that is an IT cost for them. Okay, IT, information technology, right? So that IT will have three kind of applications. Okay, so all these applications we need to run in infrastructure, in some server, in some like if you want to do some task, you need a laptop. Okay, similarly, that is a laptop is your infrastructure. Now in IT, the infrastructure is this servers. Now this infrastructure, this not just server, there are many other things, but for some of you who are very new to this, understand that server for now. So IT infrastructure can be provided by cloud services, cloud providers. Who are those cloud providers? Company name are AWS, which is Amazon Web Service, or Azure, or Google Cloud. These are some companies, they are providing infrastructure to companies like FedEx, banks, any company, my training company. Okay, so all these are running in some, like Uber. Uber is also running in AWS cloud. Netflix is running in AWS cloud. New Relic is running in AWS cloud. So there are so many companies who are startup or who used to be startup. They have to have their own application, and that then they are running it in AWS or Azure or Google Cloud. So I hope infrastructure you all understood. That means infrastructure is something where which will be used for hosting application. Okay, application that can be web, mobile, okay, or desktop application. So you for now we consider as a web application. So this infrastructure, there are two ways to create. Either you create it manually or you create it with the help of code. In company, generally we don't use manual. How we create? With the help of code. Okay, why? Now you will say, how a physical server can be created using code? Is that possible? Can I create a physical server? Can I create CPU, RAM, storage, hard disk with the help of code? Anyone who is a fresher who raised hand few minutes back? Who was a fresher here? Nitish, you are fresher, right? You told you yesterday you called me, I think, or someone. Uh, Are you from non-IT background? Gopinath or Nitish, go ahead. Do you think with the help of code we can create physical servers? Or anyone? Go ahead, guys. You need to answer, okay? So that increases the thing. Can we create physical servers with the help of code? Very simple question.
No.
No.
So what can we create with the help of code, if not physical servers?
Virtual server.
We can create virtual, okay? Virtual servers. Now what is exactly virtual servers? Now, so you might have came across in your childhood days, like when you used to play games and all, we used to use virtual host, right? Which will be running in that virtual host, so that we will not corrupt our the real machine, the physical machine operating system, right? So what is that virtual host thing? Means there is a computer, physical computer, where you will be creating a virtual computer. You can run multiple virtual computers, and inside that you will do task. So those virtual computers can be created with the help of code. Okay, so previously they used to be Vagrant. Okay, there is a tool called Vagrant. Then there was that was used to create virtual machines on a fly. Okay, then the same company who created Vagrant, they thought that because cloud was in fashion, this cloud means AWS, Azure, cloud, everyone was using cloud. They started creating developing a new code which is called Terraform, which is going to go and create resources in cloud. Okay, cloud means AWS, Azure, and other. So these are three vendors. Think like HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank. These are three banks, right? Similarly, if you can go and create account in any bank. Similarly, you can go and create account in AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud or Oracle Cloud to create resources, to create infrastructure. So I am saying that manually it is not possible. With the help of code, it is possible. So when it is code, obviously you need to know how to write a code. Obviously you need to know where to write a code, which is like VS Code. We will use virtual like the VS Code, the Visual Studio Code. Okay, you will also use you will also have to know how to push a code, how to merge a code, how to raise a pull request to the code. All those Git commands you will learn. Okay, git add, git commit, okay, git push, git remote, all those merge thing. Okay, pull request, you will have to know all these things. You can't just go and merge directly and you can push to master branch. So there should be some reviewers. So we'll have to see how in real world people, means the DevOps engineers will write a code to create this infrastructure dynamically. Okay, so these things are required for various reasons. Can anybody tell me why exactly, what is the purpose of writing a code for virtual machines? Why can't I go and directly create it? Any reasons?
For dynamic configuration changes,
Dynamic
for version
configuration.
changes,
Sorry,
for getting new updates for
for getting
application.
new updates. We can get, okay, we can get new update by creating a manual one also. Why only code?
for the reusability,
Reusability is one.
More accurate.
Sorry,
Security,
security.
To make automatic when you have when you require large number of
Like to
no,
test their application.
And like to test application. So I can create manually and I can
for,
test.
for automate
No,
to automate the
application.
process.
Automate the process to make things
the
fast. We can say make things fast. Okay, that is the ultimate goal, to make things fast. What is the main reason? You
team
all are very near.
collaboration. I mean, for the team collaboration, it can be used
Team
various teams.
collaboration.
That's a different concept. Team
Accuracy.
collaboration, DevOps, and operation both.
Okay, that is a very important reason.
Maybe it
Okay.
add the robotness and having the scaling up for the users.
There is a one very good reason. I'll just say
like routine
change tracking.
process.
Change tracking. This is the reason. The very important reason why we have to go for code. In company, you can go and do some change. I can go and do some change. Tomorrow, any DevOps engineer, any fresher can go and do change. There will be no control in it. Okay. Now I want to have a controlled environment. Just like in development, the real development, there will be controlled environment. Changes will be tracked. right? There will be release engineers who will track those changes, who will release the changes. Similarly, in this infrastructure world also, we will track the change. Like suppose if you go and change the security group, okay, suppose if you need to open a port, like maybe 400 port, or suppose 30,000 port for the entire world. Now, if you hire a fresher, he can go tomorrow and he can do change directly. Okay. In the console, he will go to AWS console and he will go and do change. That's it. Nobody will know that. Maybe you will come to know that maybe after 2-3 days back. Okay. But then that's not a good process. Now, how can you control that? Either you have to give him permission or you will not give him permission. Okay. If you don't give him permission to change that, then who will do that? Right. But then if you have a mechanism that he can't go to the AWS console, even if he can't do changes, he will not have that role to change anything on the console. But then he can do changes on the code, and then there will be a code build job. There will be a different job who will do that particular change. That code build job will have a role who can do the change. What I'm saying, you can mechanize something some way. You can do some code build job, or maybe a Jenkins job or some other job that will have a role permission. Only that role can do that, not any individual in your team. Okay, so then he will be forced to change things in the code and review it by his peers, or maybe a release engineer, okay, in your team, or maybe his manager, who will double check that, okay, this 30,000 port is not allowed to open for internet, because there will be only 2 ports will be allowed for internet open. What are the 2 ports which will be allowed for internet? In the entire world, it is true. Only 2 ports will be allowed. 80 and 443. Yeah, very good. So 80 and 443 is the only 2 ports which will be allowed over internet for any company. Okay, in your interview, you have to say that. If they ask you, can I open 8080 for internet? No. No one will open it. It's a security issue, compliance problem. You can't open it. Okay, only 80 and 443. These are the 2 ports. Now why exactly? We will in our class we will explain you what is 80 443. Those who are freshers, don't worry, we'll come to that. Okay, what is 80, what is 443, what is exactly the network port? Okay, we'll take some sessions in the beginning, so that we'll give you that benchmark, that base, so that you can learn Terraform. Okay, so but then what exactly I'm saying, Terraform is important. The main reason is this: making things fast. First, second thing is the main is change tracking. Okay, changes need to be tracked. Okay. Okay. Those who are not talking, maybe can be on mute. Vishnu, you were asking something?
Yeah, I'm asking something. You're telling that it was used for tracking the changes, but the same thing you can do in cloud trials, because mostly Terraform used for automation. So for tracking means we can go for native console. We have cloud trail for use.
No, Cloud Trail is there, but then Cloud Trail, you will go and see in Cloud Trail, right? If there is some problem, there is something open, you can go and see that in Cloud Trail. But then understand this reason. That is like reactive in nature, right? But do you want, is your company demands that, okay, I will only have a reactive thing, not proactive thing? Why will you give a chance for someone to do a mistake? And then you will get am I making sense? You have to control that.
Yes, I got your point.
Got your point, right? Okay. In company don't go, okay, fine, you do a mistake, I will take care, I will hold that guy. We shouldn't do that blame game, right? We have to have a model where people can't do mistake. Okay, so the main reason is change tracking. Okay, even if you are not confident enough, not buying it, believe me, buy that. Tell that in your interview. Okay, people will be very happy. Those who are taking interview, maybe if he doesn't know that, then it's a separate thing. But then you can say two things: for automation and for change tracking. Okay, changes need to be tracked, and master branch should be protected. In GitHub, we can protect the master branch. Nobody can do any change in the master branch directly. Okay, in our class, we will do because it's a lab environment, but then in company, we will always raise a pull request. Okay, so I'm using a lot of words, jargons, which maybe freshers will not understand, but then, okay, these are all some processes for you to understand this thing, that there are some security things which we'll be following, okay, in our class. So all these things you will understand when you do real-time project. So for that reason, we came across that, okay, teaching in a very any very legacy kind of a manner will not help you all to get a job. Now it's a tough market. Okay, at least in US and in India, I know it's a tough market. I don't know about other countries, but it is very tough. In market is tough because there are so many people now. They are saying that I'm a DevOps engineer. There are 200 institutes in India who will say, I will teach you DevOps in just 5,000. Okay, don't worry, you will get a job. Like this, it's prevailing. But then you have to understand and logically think by your own that are they teaching project? If they're not teaching project, if they're just teaching Terraform, go to YouTube, you can learn. No need to spend money. Go to Udemy, you can learn. Okay, in Udemy, there are so many courses for 499 Indian rupees, not even $5, $6. You can buy it. Okay, in India, and in US, it is $11. Okay, I don't know why the difference is there, but then yeah. So but then if you are spending for a live class, mostly your time, money is the second factor. You should learn project oriented thing. You should understand that, okay, fine, I will learn project. I will showcase that project in my CV. I'll go for job. I'll believe that I am a DevOps engineer. That's it. You have to believe yourself. You have to complete this project 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Do like we do in company and go for the job. So see the first project. Deploy a Tomcat application. Now, why Tomcat? Why not WebLogic? Because Tomcat is an open source. Okay, we are running a company. We can't use WebLogic. Okay, Oracle may sue us. So we will use deploy a Tomcat application on EC2 using as I said, we will use a provisioning infrastructure provisioning tool which is called Terraform, and we'll call Ansible playbook to configure the application. So this is a very, very important project where what we will do basically, if you see this diagram, where we will provision this particular server with the help of Terraform, not manually, and we will configure the application with the help of Ansible. So when you provision a server, it should automatically call an Ansible playbook, which will go and configure the server. That's our first project. Okay, I hope you all understood. Server will be created. It's like just you will run a command, Terraform apply, something like that you will run, and then it will be server will be popping up, and in that the application will be also automatically installed, which Terraform will not do, which Ansible will do. So here you will have to learn Ansible also. So then the second project, deploy an AWS infrastructure resources, okay, like using Terraform modules and all those. So there will be multiple modules which we'll be learning, and then we'll try to create AWS resources like VPC and other things. We'll have to learn that. You'll also have to learn Docker and Docker, because we have to go for we have to go for Kubernetes. So you need to know Docker. Okay, so because we have to build images. So one of the critical activity in company when you go and learn Kubernetes is to create image. Image creation is very, very important. Once you have that image creation, the Docker file ready, talking to your development team, half of the game is won. Okay, you already won the game, because that is the main part of creating an image without an error. Okay, maybe some people will think it's a very easy task, but believe me, when you work in a real environment, creating a Docker file is the main task. Once you have that, everything else is like Helm chart. It's very easy to create. Okay, just put that and that's it, done. So So creating a
I
Docker
have
file
a
is
small
important.
doubt. Can I ask one?
Can you hold that for a minute? Just raise your hand. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll come to that. You talk. Okay. I'll not take much time. I think Vedant is already here. Vedant, are you there? Okay. So I'm just waiting for Vedant. But yeah, at that time I can actually answer. So now we will go here with the Docker file. We'll also learn like how to do this project where we'll show you some cost cutting example, like how can you run. Previously you used to run two applications to different EC2 servers. Now we will try to see how can you run two applications in one single server with the help of creating images and then Docker file and then running a Docker container. Now who will do that? Maybe developer will do that. Why developer will do that? I used to work in Oracle, I know. Okay, in Oracle, there will be developers and they need to test things. Now, how will they test things? They will be having server, their cloud account, and then they will create servers and they will create Docker file and then they will test things. They will do their unit testing by doing this in the same server. Okay, rather than in the staging environment or in the development environment, their unit testing. So they will do their unit testing by creating the Docker file and then testing it in the server. So you will do that particular example, wherein you will create server and you will just run Docker file and create Docker container and do your unit testing and then push it to ECR. So because I don't know, maybe you can go after learning all these things, you may go to the development team, or maybe you are going to a company which is having a development environment. Okay. So when I say like that, means think that you go into Oracle and you are not your title is senior application engineer, not senior consultant. In Oracle, senior consultant means who is directly dealing with customer. Application engineer means who is a developer, who is working for whose customer is nothing but Oracle's development team. Okay, maybe you are development team. Okay, so if you are from a development team, so you may have to give this kind of solutions. Okay, so that they can do the testing and they can create the Docker file and push it to the registries. Okay, so you may also have to do this. Okay, so we will do this kind of little projects are there. These are like very simple projects which we will complete in just one day. Okay, it will not take much time. So we'll learn that. And then we'll try to go for Kubernetes, where we will try to focus ourselves that how to create Kubernetes with the help of 𝐂𝐨𝐻. Because we are mainly dealing with AWS. You will also tell in your interview that, okay, I am working for an environment where I am working for AWS cloud and I am building, I'm implementing or deploying my application in EKS. Okay, so mainly your deployment will be in EKS, okay, which is Elastic Kubernetes Service. You will deploy your application in EKS. Okay, so we'll have some applications here. You can see G.2 where we will have this very good example where deploy Spring Boot, Kafka, Postgre, microservice architecture in the EKS. Okay, we'll also have this example where we will integrate our application with the Redis cache so that you understand what is Redis. Okay, so and then we will also have some examples creating a CI/CD pipeline for EKS application using Jenkins. Okay, so we'll try to create a kind of an architecture where we will deploy an application to EKS. All the way we will create that CI/CD architecture, start from creating a job to create an image, pushing an image to ECR, and then pulling that image and deploying that image to EKS to create a new container. Okay. So then we will try to see the same thing with the help of GitHub Actions, where we will not use Jenkins. Okay, and then like this, there will be multiple projects with this curriculum. Anyway, we will have, and I'll actually share it to you all. Okay, so that you can do that. So once you do all these projects, you will have a very good learning of about like how to monitor the whole EKS cluster with the help of New Relic. Okay, how to monitor the Node.js application, not just the Kubernetes cluster, but inside that Kubernetes cluster, the applications are running. You also need to monitor the application. You also need to monitor, suppose if my website LWPLabs.com is down, I should get an alert. So who will give me an alert? New Relic will give me an alert. Okay, so New Relic is a very good tool which will do mostly all these tasks, this Grafana Prometheus tasks New Relic can do. Okay, if we have time permits, we can do with New Relic only everything. Okay, because if you say all three things, people will not buy that in your interview. If you say, okay, in my company, I'm using Prometheus, I'm using Grafana, I'm also using New Relic, they will think, okay, what this guy is saying. If New Relic can do everything, why do you have to use Prometheus and Grafana? Okay, so no need. Prometheus is like old technology. We'll try to use New Relic, which is a new one. It's a SaaS model. Okay, which is what company is using. We don't have to showcase Prometheus Grafana, which is like old way of doing things. Okay, so we'll try to do that. We'll focus on all these things, and then this deployment we'll try to do with the help of Helm charts. Okay, because we have to also learn Helm here. So these are a few things which we'll be doing, and we'll try to gain some knowledge, and we'll try to go for interview. All these things to know, you should know little bit of AWS knowledge. The backend is, so base is my AWS and Linux. If you have those two knowledge prior, it will be very good. If you do not have it, you have to raise your hand. You have to tell us upfront so that we can actually help you or parallelly teach you those things, or maybe we can give you past videos of a past session so that you can actually do that. It's 15 hour. You have to invest not 15, just 10 to 15 hours so that you can learn AWS and Linux to an extent where you know how to troubleshoot network ports. Okay, how to get something from internet in the Linux server, how to create servers, how to create load balancers, how to create certificates, how to create, okay, what is route 53, so target groups. Okay, all these things, concepts will be cleared, because that is also project based. So you will say, how in 15 hours we can do? Yes, we can. We have done that. Okay, because we don't cover legacy kind of training. It's not step by step. We'll give you a project, you have to do that. While doing that, we'll learn everything. Okay, that's how we completed our project of that part one. Okay, which is that the base, the fundamentals. If you do not have that, okay, so you need to raise your hand, and you need to ask for it. We can help you out. Okay, now you all can go one by one. Vedant, are you there? Okay, I think he is still not there, but I can take up the question. Yeah, Vedant is here. Hey, Vedant. Not able to listen to you. Okay, fine, no problem. Go ahead, guys. You are okay to ask questions. Let me forward this curriculum quickly to the chat window. Okay, go guys. Go ahead. Somebody was asking question. Silence. Okay. So we follow these steps. This is very, very important. We will help you to create your CV. So we will give you one CV. So it's a ready-made CV which we'll be giving you, which is aligned to these projects, whatever is below. It's not my CV, it's not somebody else's CV. It is a CV which is created, which is aligned to this 9 real-time project. Okay, the content of the CV is 9 real-time project. So now you have the CV, you have your Bible. Now what you have to do, you have to implement that CV. Okay, so we follow this process. How will you implement? Along with us, we will help you to implement the CV. Once you implement, okay, you are ready for job. It's like when you go for any company. Suppose tomorrow, if you go for TCS will ask you to work for a project. You will work for a project for 1 year. You will gain experience, and then tomorrow, after 1 year, if you don't like TCS because they pay less, you will go for another company, right? But then you will not say in your next interview that, okay, I have only 1 year of experience in DevOps. You will say, okay, I have 4 years of experience in DevOps. This is what every IT engineer will do. If you are not thinking that way, I think it is wrong. Okay, you have to follow that way. I'm not saying lie, but then this is how industry works. You have to say like that. Okay, and then go for 4 years, go for a good hike. Same thing we will try to do here. We have your CV, implement with us, create a good 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 knowledge on one particular topic, which is this DevOps, and start applying job. 2, 3, 4 interviews you have to give to different companies. First interview will be very bad, I can understand. Second interview will be little bit good. Third interview will be superb. Fourth will be superb. Okay, and then you will get 2, 3 or job letters and start applying and get choose work. Okay, just like any IT engineer will do. That's what we will be helping you out. Okay. Workshop recording. Yes, we will be providing the workshop recording, Sudhakar. Yeah, coming to the cost, I will come here. I'll explain the cost. It's not something which is going to create a big hole on your pocket. Okay, let me give that info also. Before I give that info of cost and all those things for the 2 months, around 1.5 month course, let's have some technical questions first. Okay, so anybody wants to ask any question from here? Okay, like you don't know that anything like AWS, what is my plan? How do you think I can work on Terraform? Because I don't know, I've not done any coding anytime. I don't know AWS. So Rahul, you are saying that I can write Terraform. Don't you think it is too much for me? Do you have any questions like that? How do you think that I can write an Ansible playbook? I don't even heard about this Ansible anytime before. If you have these questions, ask me, and I'll help you out understanding how can you do that. Anyone?
Yeah, Rahul. Good morning.
Hey, hi. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Yes, actually, I have knowledge on the AWS cloud, and I'm working on some DevOps tools in my project.
Go
So I'm
ahead.
planning
Yeah.
for Azure DevOps for
You're planning for Azure.
upcoming.
Okay, great.
Yeah, yeah. So what?
So
How
there is
it
an
will
Azure
be?
different class which will happen very soon. I think you should join check that, because all our courses we teach only two things: AWS DevOps and Azure DevOps. These are the two things which we follow. We don't teach more. We started with Google also, but not much response, so we stopped it. But then we only have project-based training. In Azure also, we do have some projects. You can complete that to get the
Actually,
knowledge.
some of my friends are tell this thing that Azure DevOps is somewhat different and some hard than AWS. So
Mhm.
that's why I don't know some technical. That's typically in a terminology level. That's some hard they said. So that's why I'm asking: is this
So
correct or
Azure
not?
is a platform as a service more.
Okay.
Okay. Platform as a service means if you like here we will use GitHub Actions. Here we will use Jenkins. Okay. There you can use here also we can use AWS code build, code pipeline, and all those things are there. But then in companies mainly, like wherever I have worked, I have seen that Azure, wherever it is, Azure DevOps pipeline will be there. It's a very good tool, Azure DevOps pipeline. It's very famous in companies. So even if in company, you will not just have AWS. So if you all are thinking that, okay, if I'm going to a company where all my workloads will be running in AWS, no. Company works in a different way. When you go for real company, you will see that there are some workload which is running in AWS. There's some workload which is running in Azure. Okay, you will have mix match of like that. Okay, not wherever I have worked, I have seen that companies will have both the clouds. Okay, means AWS and Azure. Means at least they will have this. There can be some companies who will be working mainly their workload in Google. Okay, but then it will be like multi-cloud. Okay, you can't just uh, so even see if you want to learn AWS tomorrow, you also may have to go learn Azure. It depends, but then these concepts will be same. Okay, so like writing an Helm chart is same in Azure, in AWS or in AWS. Learning Kubernetes, okay, all those Kubernetes related issues, troubleshooting, it will be same there here. Okay, writing a Terraform code, the understandings, maybe the resource name will be different, but ultimate things will be same. Okay, once you know understand the algorithm. So your wish, you can do whatever you want, but then this is an AWS. We will focus here in AWS. That's what I'm going to say.
Thank you, Rahul.
Okay. Yeah. So what I was actually saying that for those who do not have prior experience or prior knowledge of DevOps or any cloud, you can go for, we can actually share you the past video of this 15 hours instructor led training. Okay, where, or you can join the live class also. Okay, this is just 999 Indian rupees. Okay, where this is just a course which we give to students to attract more and more, to explain them that okay, how we teach, how project based training can help you all to get your job fast, not by investing 1 year or 2 years. I know students are actually investing 1 year for going into a DevOps world or any other cloud skill set. They will learn to do so many institutes, and then finally they will give up, or they will still wait, and then finally they will crack after 1 year or 1.5 years. But then how can you crack in a very easily when you study project based? It's like real way. I went to any company, they gave me project, I implemented project, I learned few things. I'm not happy with the same company, they're not increasing my salary, I'll switch to another company. I'll study some, whatever I did in my last project, I will study those things, I'll make up my CV, and then I'll go for an interview. Similarly, here also we will do that. So if you do not have DevOps knowledge, you will do these projects. Like first project will be migration of on-premise to cloud, where we will learn what is network concept. This is all basic manual way. Here we will not do anything automation. Again, we'll not use Terraform, we'll not use Ansible. Everything we will do by our hand, okay, manually. So we'll create servers manually, we will create VPC manually, we'll create subnet manually, route table manually, IGW, NAT gateway, the difference between IGW and a NAT gateway. Okay, who can tell me what is the difference between IGW and NAT? Okay, those who think that they know AWS. Maybe who just now asked a question? You're working professional, right? What do you think? What's the difference between main difference between IGW and a NAT? Okay, so this is good.
Like
Yeah,
NAT
so
gateway
when we
only
do,
allows you for private IPs to access internet, while
we
Private
use NAT
internet
IPs.
gateway
gateway.
allows both inbound and outbound.
Yeah. So NAT gateway allows what you're saying?
Only private IPs.
Only private IPs.
Private
Okay.
subnet.
We can
Private
access the instance with the private IPs. I mean, while in internet gateway, we can both access inbound and outbound.
Okay. Not very much clear, but then um.
Well,
Okay.
Internet gateway is for public subnets, and NAT gateways are for private subnets. So basically, servers in the private subnets can access the internet by using the NAT gateways, whereas the
But then how
internet
NAT
gateway,
gateway will get internet?
like
We-
that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like network address translation is used to give access to the internet for the servers in the public subnet, and it will be having a different route table compared to the public subnet.
But my question is how NAT gateway is also a
For,
device,
for
correct?
that, we created net gateway in public subnet so that
Right.
we'll get the
So NAT
internet.
gateway is also using IGW. That means
Yep.
private servers who are in private subnet are not using IGW. Is that you mean?
Multiple locations connecting
So
SVW.
so private servers are also using IGW. Ultimately, anything is there in VPC, they all will go through IGW only. Means IGW
Yep.
is required. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't think IGW is only for public. ऐसा नहीं होता. It's for everything. NAT gateway is blocking the inbound so that it can go outside. right? The outbound request the private servers who do not have, we don't want the request from internet to go directly to the private servers.
So we basically we don't expose our private IPs to the outside world. So in that scenario, we use NAT, right?
Yeah. So basically, no. So basically, your servers who are in private subnet, they need internet connection. Why they need internet connection? For patching, for updating the server, for suppose installing something. Okay, like maybe you want to install wget, or you want to install maybe HTTPD, okay, Apache. So that means it will go to Red Hat repository, which is in cloud, and will download something from there. How will it do? It will go through NAT, okay, and then it will download. So a very good question. Interview people, my student got that question in interview. So there was a guy, he was saying that one fine day we are applying patch in our regular maintenance time, and then that patch was hung. Means when I'm running yum update command and it is hung, it is not doing anything. What do you think? What is the problem? So there is no definite answer for it. But then he wanted all the possible things. Okay, the interviewer wants all the possible way. How will you troubleshoot these things as a DevOps engineer? So now some people may say here that, sir, I am a DevOps engineer. Why are you asking all this network concept? How am I interested in this network things? Maybe a cloud engineer will do that. Okay, because we are DevOps. We're mainly focusing on the application, the CI/CD architectures and all those. But then why this network concept coming into picture? I'll tell you why. Why? Because who will apply the patch? DevOps engineers will apply the patch. Because we are the one who is managing the server. Correct? This server who is managing, we managing. You, me, DevOps engineers. Now, when I am applying the patch, it is getting hung. Correct? So now, as a DevOps engineer, I need to understand, at least I need to go and pinpoint that, okay, this is an issue. And then I will raise a ticket to cloud team, and cloud team will go and open it. Or maybe to network team, and network team will do that activity. Correct? If in your company, this kind of division of work is there. Okay. In some company, everything one guy will do. In some company, you will just do monitoring, or you will be an application guy, or you will be web ops guy, you will be a middleware guy, okay, or you will be a DevOps person who don't have that that much access of network. Okay, cloud team will do that. So you need to pinpoint that particular error, right? You need to know, okay, maybe the NAT gateway is got deleted. Maybe the route table doesn't have that. So all those concepts we will be clearing in our this training, okay, which is just 15 hours. We will do that. We can forward you. This is like we are doing from long time. So we do have a lot of classes already over, and we have recorded videos already, which we can give you. Okay. If you want to do it, if suppose some of you are thinking that, okay, I'm a newbie. Okay. We will also here see that, okay, how to run a single node architecture, web application on a single node architecture. And we'll also see how to, once we run in a single node architecture, like this single node architecture, you will create multiple machines will be there. In this all machine, multiple applications will be running. So how can you merge all those web applications which are running in different servers into one single server? Okay, this cost cutting example. Same this cost cutting example we are doing here also, if you see in the advance, but then they are doing with the help of Docker. Okay, here we are doing with the help of Apache. We'll use Apache concept to do that, the web server concept. But in that we will use Docker concept to do that. So, but then these all are like different ways. How can we do this? So what is the process of clearing doubts? You need to ask that in the over the Slack channel. Okay, you can see this is a Slack channel. Okay, Very good question. We do have Slack where we have multiple courses which we already covered. See, like this will be now B87, so many batches we already covered, right? So now what you can do, you suppose if this is your batch, B87. Okay, so you will ask questions and faculty will be sharing you the document and they will be giving you assignments and people will be helping you. You all need to help each other. It's like company, okay? We need to think that it's a company team. People will help. Some of the students will be very smart. They will do things fast. You need to take help from them. Or if they are not helping, you need to escalate it to the faculty. If faculty is not, suppose they all are human, right? If they miss things, you need to ask in WhatsApp or in the, because every day we will have class. You can join the class and you can clear the doubt. Okay, that's the best part of a live class, right? Where you have someone to help. So these are so many possibilities are there. But ultimately, you need to complete the project. Kuch bhi karo, project complete karo. Okay, that's the main thing. Anyhow, you need to complete the project. That is our main focus. Once your project is done, you are okay for applying for job. Don't just do once, do 2, 3 times so that you can get things in your head and you know now without documentation, will you be able to do it? Yes. We'll also see in this particular thing like how to have a multi-node architecture. I was talking about your load balancers and all those, and then ACM, the SSL certificate, the HTTP, HTTPS, those difference. And then here we will see the proxy server creation. So once these are like some basic things for the freshers, okay, so that you know that those who are from Java or some any other background skill set, maybe Informatica, and then you wanted to move to DevOps world. Once you have done this prerequisite or this like basic Linux things and all, then you can move to this this course, okay, or you can parallelly do that. Okay, it's just 15 hours. We can share it to the video. You can do it, or you can join the live class also, which is starting from 23rd. So these are things which we have, okay. But then if you really think that you wanted to move to DevOps, because now you will move to DevOps, all this technology will help you to move later, because this, see, if you don't like much coding, like you don't want to learn Java or you don't want to learn React Native, React JS and all those things, okay, because I am scared of Java coding and all, and that's the reason I'm a ops guy, okay. I've always chose this particular operation kind of things, okay, where I don't have to do much of coding, okay. And then I understood that this is my skill set, and then I am now here as a DevOps engineer. Similarly, if you think that no, you are similar like me, that you don't want much coding, at the same time you want salary hikes, you want to create dependency in your company, and people should, okay, you should have that respect. So you should become a DevOps engineer, wherein you can get multiple opportunities. Just type DevOps and you will see so many jobs are there, not just in US, in India as well. Okay, just type DevOps in Naukri and you will find. Okay, I am in US, so I can use Naukri jobs. If you are in India, okay, just type DevOps and see. So these are something which you can do just to understand how much jobs you have. Okay, like this many jobs are there, but then see Oracle. Okay, it's a very good company. Try for Oracle. Okay, if you get job in Oracle, they can pay huge amount. Okay, whatever I asked in India, when I was in India, they gave me more than that. Okay, I didn't have to negotiate. They gave me more whatever I asked. So it is like very good. I think Oracle is the best company to work for. Okay, but then you can try out your luck in Oracle. Okay, the interviews will be very easy, not that difficult. So yeah, this DevOps engineer's job you can try. And if you wanted to try, you can take help from us. We can help you to crack your interview by doing this project-based training. It will take 30 hours. Okay, like 22 hours we say minimum we will teach, but then we know that not everyone will be okay. um, like not everyone will be doing on a similar pace like we are doing, and it will be there of hiccups will be there, so it will take 30 hours max. Okay, but will not increase more than that. We'll try to complete everything within 30 hours. Once it is in 30 hours, you have completed everything. Keep practicing those 30 hours again and again. Create your CV. We'll already give you CV, so create your CV well, put your photo and all those things, and then start applying for job. Okay, that's what we are going to help you out. Okay. Um, yeah, Raghu, I'll take last question from Raghu. It's almost time. I'll just share the pricing things, and then we'll be okay to wrap up. Go ahead, Raghu. Raghu?
Python is mandated for this DevOps.
Yeah. So Python you can learn. We do have okay, your voice is repeating. So Python scripting you have to learn. Okay, if you wanted to create more dependency in your company, it's not that it's a mandatory thing, but then yeah, if you wanted to learn Python, you are always welcome for it. We do have a course for that, Python scripting, which is for free. Okay, I can give it to you, that link, and you can do that. So where there you will be writing one Lambda function with the help of Python for the deployment. Means we have an example like this. I'll just show you that example, and I'll give you the video also. Okay, you can do that. So what you can do, think that there is a service in AWS which is called S3. Okay, so developers will write a code, okay, and will push a code. They will suppose they will build a code, the war file or something like that, and once the build is done, they will push the code to S3. Once they push the code to S3, okay, that code will be copied all the way to the server. And who will do that? Lambda function will do. And how the Lambda function will do? It will be written in Python, which will copy the var file from here to here. Okay, so it's like trigger based. Whenever the S3 is updated with the new var file, Lambda function will be triggered and it will be. So this is our project. So you are learning Python not for just learning Python. Because if you learn Python, what will I do? Okay, as a DevOps engineer, I need, when I ask you interview, so I will ask, okay, what exactly you have implemented in Python scripting? So you will have to say that, okay, I have implemented this project. I have done a Lambda function. So I will ask you, okay, what is the purpose of the Lambda function? Okay, this is this thing. I'll ask you a few questions from the Python. Okay, how will you write a loop, and how will you have a for clause, if else thing, and then how will you have an exception? How will you handle that? And those things only, because we are learning Python scripting. Okay, not that object oriented language we will learn. Okay, so then that's it, done. You know how to use Boto 3. In this example, you know how to use these things, and then you have also implemented a project, which is very good for me, and then we'll hire you. And this whole thing is free. Okay, on our YouTube channel, you all can go to our YouTube channel, which is here. We have already uploaded around 400 videos. Okay, just type LWPLabs, you will see there are so many videos. Okay, somebody told they want to learn Azure, right? The whole Azure course is there. So if you want to learn shell scripting, see, this is here. If you want to learn Docker and just Kubernetes, this is here. Okay, interview things are there. Okay, if you want to learn DevOps, okay, Vedant's, it is Vedant's course only in Telugu. Okay, not this much advanced, but then lot of things content is here. So this full course, around 30 videos we have uploaded. Okay, just try that. You will understand how much in depth we teach. Okay, here also there are some projects which are covered, but not this much advanced projects, but it is there here. Okay, if you are a Telugu, you understand Telugu language, you can learn that from here. So somebody wants to learn Azure, you can see there is a Azure project based course. The whole curriculum we uploaded here, okay, of Azure. But then it's not the same curriculum which we are teaching. This will also have projects, but different projects. Okay, So, but then this will also help you to clear your interview. Okay. Now somebody was asking about code build, code deploy. We do have Python scripting hall here. Somebody was asking for code deploy, code build. Even we do have that as well. Okay. Code build, code deploy. Okay. You can learn that as well from here. So there are multiple things which is there. So I was talking about you the prerequisite. If you just learn this 3 hours course, okay, this 3 hours course which is there, this video, I can assure you that you will be knowing lot of things in AWS and the concept of the DevOps will be clear. I'll just share you those things, some important videos, which is very, very important if you want to learn some free stuff, but project oriented way. Okay, this is one of the critical video. So now there are many things. I'll just, if you just explore things, you will get to know. Okay. Yeah. If you want to learn to quickly CI/CD with the help of Jenkins, you can do this by this way. Okay, there are 3 videos which is there, CI/CD. So there are many things, just explore things. Okay, but whatever you start, if you want to learn just Terraform, there are 16 videos. But then all these projects are different projects, whatever we're not covering here. Okay, we are covering this particular project. Now, if you see this project which we have, this is our master project. This particular project we will be covering. Okay, so big project is there which we'll be covering for all of you in our project based training. This project, okay, big project we'll be covering in this class, in the advanced class, when I say. Okay, guys, so enough of all this. Let's talk about something important. So for this advanced course, if you are interested, the course fee is around 17,999, which is in INR, Indian rupees. You will be getting around 5,000 rupees discount. So the final fee, if you enroll now, will be 12,999, which is not even $200. It's like $150. If we go for one time to Costco, we just invest that, right? Yeah. So this is for you to get a job of 100K or more than that. Okay, 120. If you are in New York, you can even go for 200K. So, but for Atlanta or for Texas, you can opt for 150K max. Okay, for DevOps role. Max means max is like anything more. You can have more than that, but then I will not comment on that. But that is an average. Okay, you can get that. Plus bonus is there. Okay, so final fee, if you enroll now, you can get 1,000 rupees early bird offer, which are admin sent me this particular ping. Okay, so what you have to do, you need, this is, she is our admin. Okay, you need to talk to her if you book your slot, because we will only enroll 20 member. Okay, again, we cannot, because this is a project based training, we cannot handle more and more people, because there will be a lot of doubt. We have seen in past, then our 30 hours will cross. Okay, so 20 is our max people in any batch. Okay, you can see any of our batch, we will not enroll more than 20. That's our limit. Okay, so you have to enroll fast. All our batches, we will somehow complete 20 members. Okay, so you have to enroll fast, because this is very less price. I can assure you that whatever we are covering, you will not get so many things in just 12,999. Okay, for you all, if you enroll, I can give you the other course, which if anyone fresher is here, from my side, it's not from admin side, but from my side, this course which I have explained as 15 hours, if you want, only to few students, maybe first 10 students, I can't give to everyone free, but then first 10 students, I can give it for free. Okay, this 15, um, this course, which is a base course, where we will teach you this migration project. We will teach you all these 5 projects. Okay. To the first 10 members. Okay, so you can do that. If you just want to enroll, if you just wanted to do this, even you can do this. We are starting 23rd. It is just 999. I know this course. Okay, fee. This is just 999, not even $10-12. You can enroll for this course. A lot of people will enroll for it. Okay, and you can see how much in depth we go. Okay, even if you want to just try for us. So this is your course fee, guys, for for this advanced course. We are this much confident that you will like the course, that we have also giving you an installment. You can enroll the course with just 1,000 rupees now, and then you can pay in installment as well. Okay, 22nd May 5,500, and then 5th June 5,500. If you do not like the class, you need to tell that in our 5 days time. Okay, and we will refund you the money without any question. But we are very sure that you will like it. Okay, so if you want to continue the class, where we will start now how to set up your lab environment like VS Code and all those things, we will start from tomorrow. You have to enroll for the class with 1,000 rupees. But always remember, I can also give you all, send a mail, official mail from our official email ID, that you will paying this much amount, and within 5 days, if you do not like it, which is 22nd May, okay, we will be paying you this 1,000 rupees without any question. Okay, but then later we will not, because then we will deliver the amount to the faculty. Correct? So we cannot do that, and we'll have to pay the GST and all those things will be there in India, right? So the thing is, the amount is very less. First thing, 20 students only, and you can pay in installment. These are the few key points. Okay, always remember, this is a very less amount, so we would request you to refer more and more people, because we are doing a lot of hard work to create this kind of curriculum, and we give a lot of time. You can see it's 11 p.m. for me now, but I'm still teaching. So we want you all, your help, that you should refer us to more and more people. If you want free stuff, we do have a lot of free stuff in our YouTube channel. This is like maybe a good takeaway from this particular course curriculum, this webinar, that we do have a lot of free stuff. You can see, just go to a playlist and you see shell scripting, Azure, Python scripting, Docker. See any one of it. Okay, anyone. Okay, start with shell scripting if you want, and you will understand that even in shell scripting we do have project. Okay, I have started with a very basic, but then also there will be a project here. You can learn the same thing, the project, Python project, which I explained, the Lambda function, from here. Okay, start with this, you will learn. Maybe all this will be little, what you have to do when you watch the video, my suggestion will be to increase the speed to 1.5 or 1.25. Okay, and then you will like the class. Okay, don't see in one. Okay, increase the speed to 1.25 or 1.5. Okay, I hope everybody know how to do that. Okay, I'll just show you. Some of you, if you don't know, just go here, and playback speed is normal, right? Increase it to 1.5 or 1.25. Okay, and then you will find that it's very interesting. Okay, go there and do that. So these are some free takeaways which I can explain you. Okay, so there is a Telugu batch here. You see this, if you are a Telugu, you can learn this whole thing. Every class is 1 hours. It is like for free. Okay, go and watch that. All these have projects. Okay, but then if you need a live class from us, because we are investing time and you are investing your time, if we don't charge you, you will not be interested to study. You will give 20 reasons. Only when you pay, you will be very much serious. Okay, and believe us, we have given in past some students free and they have not done well. Okay, even only when you pay, you will be interested, and your brain, it's a human brain, right? You will be liking the class. Okay, I am not finding one more very good class is there. Code deploy. Yeah, this. I'll also give you this video if anybody is interested to learn quickly one CI/CD project. with the help of code deploy, code pipeline, and shell scripting and EC2 and all those things. If you want to learn concept, you can do one project by seeing this video. I'll give that as well. Okay. Now, if anybody wants to talk to me, it's already late 11:16, but I can take few calls, 2-3 calls. You can call me in this number. Okay, I can take some WhatsApp call. If you are in India or in US, you can directly call me. If you are in US, I would suggest call me tomorrow morning. Okay, it will be good. Indian, if you are in India or any other time zone, you can call me now in this number on WhatsApp. Okay. Cool. Placement, yeah, very good thing. So placement, we do have team in India. What you have to do for placement, there is a so for US, I will say, if you are in US, there are some consultancies who are tied up with us. They keep sending us requirement. We keep sending them on our Slack channel. Okay. So don't think that we will only send you DevOps, but then we may also send some other things as well. Like we do have immediate roles opening for this few jobs. Okay, these are all some Telugu consultancies. In US there will be a lot of consultancies will be there. So if you have a proper visa, okay, you can apply for these jobs, which we have. Okay, technical project manager, this role is there now. It's complete remote, but then this is for US. If you are a green card holder and a US citizen, you can apply for this. Okay, and then there are this many jobs, and then as and when they give us, we post for US. And there are in India, what you have to do, you have to give us your Naukri profile. We do have some consultancies tied up, but then if you give us your Naukri profile, we will tune that Naukri profile for you in such a way. Okay, ideally you shouldn't require our help, but then if you are a little bit um uh, you're not able to get calls or something like that, but we do have some experts back in India who can actually tune up your skills and keep updating your skills, okay, in Naukri, so that you will get calls. Okay, there are 30,000 job openings. Even if you just put Naukri, just put it now and try test, you will get calls of DevOps. Okay, but then some people don't know. We have seen in past how to create a better Naukri profile. So we have people whom we already told that they need to help students, and students are giving the username password, or if you are not comfortable giving username password, you can share in Zoom, give them access, they will do few things and you will get calls. Obviously there is no backdoor. Okay, we don't help in backdoor. You have to give your interview by your own. If you crack, if you're not able to crack in the very first round, don't dishearten, keep trying. Okay, and you will get job in like maybe 4-5 calls. Okay, so there are many people who got job. If you see here, just scroll up, see Pawan Kumar got a job. Okay, so we just, whoever study from us, not everyone will go and it's like use and throw model. People just study and then they don't call us. But then some students will have good gesture, they call us, they say that okay, I got a job and all those things. So some students say us, so we congratulate them so that we can motivate others in our Slack channel, because it is all game of motivation, guys. Okay, if you get a job, that is going to motivate you and other people. Okay, so that is why I'm actually, we post things here. See, this guy got a job, saying that I got a 85% hike in salary in TCS. Okay, so like this, there are many examples. Those who will be because see, it's DevOps, right? Not rocket science. You will learn and do some project, you will get a job. That's it. It's okay, it's very simple. Okay, any questions? I know I'm talking a lot now. I have to stop recording.